Hello, this is Horror Chatter, and today we're going to talk about Trump. I'm going to talk about Trump until Trump gets impeached. Okay? So there's a video an audio I want you to hear. It is from ABC World News, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Growing scrutiny after authorizing 2 strikes on an alleged drug boat. The first strike taking out the boat. Tonight, questions about the second strike, reportedly targeting 2 survivors. The Washington Post reporting Hegseth ordered his team to kill everybody on board the boat. Lawmakers from both parties asking serious questions, particularly about that second strike and what President Trump is now saying about the second strike. Here's Martha Raddatz tonight.
Tonight, the Pentagon facing accusations of war crimes after a second strike on a boat carrying suspected drug traffickers off the coast of Venezuela. This video from September 2nd shows the first hit on the boat, but tonight, questions are growing about a second missile that was fired. According to the Washington Post, it was targeting 2 survivors who were clinging to the wreckage. Tonight, members of both parties sounding the alarm, saying international law prohibits killing enemy combatants who no longer pose a threat. The Post reporting that at the outset of the operation, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth had ordered his team to kill everybody on board the boat. Hegseth has called the Washington Post report fabricated, saying the military acted in compliance with the law of armed conflict. Overnight, President Trump said he didn't know anything about the second strike, adding he wouldn't have wanted it.
We'll look into it, but no, I wouldn't have wanted that, not a second strike. The first strike was very lethal, it was fine, and if there were 2 people around, but Pete said that didn't happen.
But today, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed there was more than 1 strike on the boat. She didn't confirm or deny that survivors were targeted. Leavitt saying the strikes were authorized by Hegseth and carried out by the mission's commander, Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley.
On September 2nd, Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes.
Okay, here's the deal. The first strike stopped the ship. It pretty much put the ship out. There was no need for a second strike. There was no need for a kill strike, okay? And let me tell you something. Trump saying that he did not know about it is total bullshit, okay? Before anything happens, the president is notified before they do anything. It's just the way that the United States has always worked, okay? In my truest of opinion. Do your research, okay? Yeah, I mean, I really do hope he faces the Pentagon faces the war crimes on this. It is a war crime. You're just going around here murdering people at this point because you don't like them, you know? And another tidbit, when he was questioned about all of this shit going down, the only thing he really could mention on the plane was about Ethiopia, and he wants to do away with those people too. It looks like, in my opinion, Trump wants to do an ethnic cleansing of everyone and wants to make the United States all white. And this is his end goal. He doesn't give a shit about drugs. Because here's the thing. Was it even verified that there were drugs on that boat? Okay, people? Let's get that straight. Okay? So far as I know, you got a boat with some damn people on it to gosh knows where. Okay? Okay. Now, and when you're talking about the war on drugs, I'm going to tell you something, and this is how I feel about drugs. You know, stop trying to tell people what to do with their bodies. If someone is going to do drugs, they're going to do drugs. They don't need a ship from Venezuela to do that, Trump. The shit's already here. Okay? And I bet you the shit that's on the streets right now did not come from Venezuela. I think you're targeting people that you personally do not like because of race and religion. And that's what you're doing. You're going around here, you're bombing shit up because of who you do and don't like. Now, another thing I want to point out is Trump's father was diagnosed with autism and succumbed to it. Let's do the math. Maybe somebody wants to check and make sure that Trump isn't, is not, suffering from Alzheimer's, that he's forgetting shit, that he might have forgotten that he even got a call to shoot the second missile at the damn boat. He probably forgot about it. So what do we have? We have an incompetent, murderous, insane, unhinged president in office. That's what we have. And I promise you, I so promise you that the more shit that he does, it's going to leave a stain on the United States that it's going to take 20 to 30 years to wipe out. Okay, this isn't something that you could just turn your head and forget about. Also, I want to remind people that Trump also put Latino and Mexican children and babies in cages and took them away from their mother, because of immigration that happened, children in cages. So this is a really, 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 really evil, vile creature that we have in office. And the longer he's in office, the more shit's gonna happen. Okay? I want you to picture this. Picture all the friends that the United States has made in the past 20 years going out the window because of one person. Therefore, when this shit hits the fan, which it will, because the United States is going to pay for the shit that he's doing, right? Nobody's going to want to come and help us. Nobody. China isn't going to fuck with us. Russia, forget that. We're enemies. Pakistan, come on, we're enemies. Russia, no. England, fuck us. Shit. Even Scotland, fuck them. That's what they're saying. So we're not going to have no friends. And you see, it's one thing for a human being not to have a friend, because you could live your life without friends. But when it comes to the United States, we need friends for protection. Because every dog has this day, okay? No one is bigger and better than anyone else. You get what I'm saying? So I want you to understand that every second of every minute that Trump is in office, it is putting the United States in grave danger. And I see the danger lasting at least 20 years. And you think about it, the only reason that we're sitting here even talking about this is because America didn't want a black woman. This is so funny. Did not want a black woman in office. The United States was like, no, I'd rather have a murderous pedophile tyrant in office who acts like Hitler and thinks like Hitler than an African-American woman who wanted peace and unity and wanted to help conflict in this world. Okay? Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I think the United States just needs to sit down and take this shit. What I honestly think you need to do in the next 6 months is get some shit in order. Okay? Get you some supplies, get you some candles, get you some generator, get you some shit. Okay? Because when the shit hits the fan, the first thing they're going to cut off is our power. I'm letting you know the future. Okay? So, here's the thing. Here's the reality. Even if Trump gets impeached, right? The shit that he's done is irreversible. It's irreversible. Like, dude, they could say Hemsworth did it. I don't give a fuck. But Trump, you sent a missile out to murder, okay, 2 helpless individuals who had no harm to the United States of America. And guess what? I'm knocking it in the 20. We're gonna pay for it for 20 years. Yeah, it's like, I hate to tell you that. I'm not here for you to like me. I am only here to tell you the damn truth. And that's the truth. Okay? So until the next time, this is Hard Chatter, and I thank you so much for listening.